Hello, I'm Alicia, and I'm a current student at ACHS, and come talk with me about thyme and sage. Thyme has a beautifully long history as an herb, not just medicinally, but symbolically and in association with goddesses like Venus. It is interesting to note that in the medieval period, farmers would make wreaths of thyme and marjoram, place them in their dairies, to prevent milk spoilage. Or as they call it, turned by thunder. They in Wales, it was thought to the flowers were thought to hold the souls of the murdered dead, and were routinely planted on graves. It was thought as well that if you ate thyme on the eve of St. Agnes, that if you were a lovesick adolescent, it would ease your pain. It's used not just medicinally, but also as a political symbol, and culinarily has beautifully long histories that would definitely worth anybody's time researching. Medicinal uses include uses for the respiratory system, the gastrointestinal system, your skin, as well as fevers and headaches or cramps. And it is interesting that there's a study at the University of Exeter on thyme extracts, both alcohol and water, and they found that not only did they both hold high antioxidant activity with radical scavenging, but that the water extracts had an even higher antioxidant activity than the alcohol. But they also found that both extracts, alcohol or water, performed as well or better than synthetic drugs to alleviate bronchitis with fewer gastrointestinal symptoms. The safeties to know when using thyme is that it is a category B and a category C herb. So they do not recommend that you use it during pregnancy. If you're using the whole herb of thyme, it's definitely not recommended to use it culinarily higher than what you would normally use as far as using it to cook with. The essential oil itself is a low therapeutic margin oil, and you should never use it without diluting it in a carrier oil first, topically, and you should never use it orally at all. It is interesting to note that the cytochrome P450 system, which is the enzymes that work in your liver to help the medication that you take get metabolized, it will inhibit those. So if you're on these medications, it's probably not a good idea to use thyme. The copies formula that I found in our textbook, Herb 303, is a really good formula to help if you have a lot of mucus, things like that, because both thyme and sage are diaphoretic herbs. But it is also important to know that they also possess, both of them, antispasmodic, astringent, expectorant, nervine, stimulant, and tonic properties, which makes both of these herbs perfect for a coffee's formula. The history behind sage is also very interesting and worth looking into, more than I can go in here. Druids believed it could revive the dead. Culinary uses in the Middle Age is surrounded using it in chicken and pig dishes. Native peoples of America used it for skin sores, mixed it with bear grease, and to treat skin sores. So it's got a lot of, again, just like thyme, it's got a lot of broad uses and broad symbolism. Medicinal uses for sage also include the respiratory system, the gastrointestinal system, but it also includes the nervous system as well. Safeties surrounding it is the essential oil is a moderate skin irritant, so you would definitely still dilute it. The herb itself contains thujon and camphor, and so you need to be very watchful about how much you use with it. Using it for lactation, you only want to use it for lactation when you are working with a herbalist who knows how to use sage, and understand that it's only useful when you're weaning. So It does have drug interactions, anticonvulsants for one, and hypertensives. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope this gave you more information on thyme and sage. And I hope this got you more interested in knowing what it is that herbs do for us and how to use them.